I realize there's two things that happen to people that's crushing them. It's arrogance and ignorance. And what I mean by arrogance is you've never ran a Facebook ad before, but you just are trying to figure it out as opposed to getting a coach. You are not good at sales, but you've never taken a sales course to get better at it. You struggle writing, but you've never taken a writing course to get better. To me, that's definitively arrogant. It's arrogant.
Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing your story.
Yeah.
Did you appreciate that?
Yeah, don't tell anybody I didn't graduate, guys.
Well, thank goodness you didn't, because obviously that wasn't the road you were meant to take, right? And you're inspiring so many to help them grow their business, and that's what this is all about. What is it about business that, you're obviously very passionate. What drives you? What gets you motivated and excited?
Right now, it's affordable education. So I told you guys a little bit about how my parents grew up, right? They both grew up on welfare, and then I went to USD. USD is like top 0.001%, So, for example, like some of my buddies there, like one of my best friends there owns LA Fitness, all of them. So when you go to his house and you see like the lifestyle, and they're great people, by the way, you see the lifestyle, and then I saw how my parents were raised, I realized that the gap is education. And a lot of people don't even realize what options are out there for them. So people, especially who look like me, the way that you think of success is music and sports. So what excites me today is giving people another path and saying, hey, there's this business stuff out there. There's this marketing thing out there that anyone can learn from a computer and a laptop, and that's why we only charge $100 a month, because I want it to be like no excuses. If you want to learn this stuff, you can do it, and you can help out anybody in the world. So like my clients have never been in San Diego. They've been all over the world, and so I just think it's a powerful tool that kind of evens the playing field for everybody, no matter what color, no matter what gender, and if you have a desire to learn it, like you can make a real impact on people. So
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, my first business, many, many years ago, long before you started, was an advertising and PR agency.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what the heck I was doing. But I'm so grateful for that, because understanding marketing has helped me in every single business.
Yeah.
And then I hire experts and things like that. I don't necessarily have to do it, but at least I understand it. And I also love how you talk about being in the entertainment business.
Yeah.
And it's so true, but you don't really hear people talking about that. But what you do is so creative and so much fun. Did you all like that? Did you get your wheels turning on some cool, fun things that you could do? Tell me your thoughts around that and how you kind of came around to say, you know what, let's show this like entertainment.
Well, it's like kind of like marketing 101. The first thing you have to do is be remembered. And for me, it was more so I just kept seeing ads for everybody. I'm just like, this is so boring. Like, why not do something different? And I did it. With that, I was a little nervous at first, but then when you get the feedback and people are like, wow, thank you for actually, it kind of reinforced those beliefs that you have, and then I just went all in on it. And then you also said something about like the entertaining that I just want to like stress again to everyone is don't feel like you have to have some like super crazy or out there personality to be entertaining. Everyone here is entertaining in your own way, and that's the reason why you'll attract customers that I never will, and vice versa. That's the magic. So just be yourself, and put it this way, the ads that perform best for us is like my daughter and I like messing around in the living room and like dancing. Like what? Why would that have anything to do with business? I don't know. I guess people like to buy from people. Weird enough, huh?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. One of my dear friends, Joe Harper, has run the Del Mar racetrack for about 40 years. Yeah. And it's the #1 racetrack in the world. And he said to me, my competitors don't realize we're not in the racetrack business, we're in the entertainment business.
Amen.
And so that's why, and that's his background, he comes from Hollywood and all that. But everything he looks at is how can they entertain, and that's why people continue to come back. So they do the concerts on Friday night, and then recently...
and opening day is like a party.
Oh,
it's
all a party.
Yeah.
And they had Breeders' Cup there recently. It was the first time ever to get Breeders' Cup, and so people were complaining about traffic leaving, And he said, you know, that was the one complaint. He said, so next time we do it, I'm going to have jugglers out there, and I'm going to have bands. So they don't mind that they're stuck in the car because they're going to be entertained on the way that they're leaving. So what do you feel like are the biggest mistakes that business owners, that you see out there in the marketing where they're throwing money away?
It's arrogance and ignorance. And what I mean by
anyone under
seven figures, and I think the reason
never
why
ran a Facebook ad before,
we just are trying to figure it out as opposed to getting a coach. And I say
are
that
not
like
good at
humbly,
sales,
not in a bragging way, just
but you've never taken a sales course.
Yeah.
But the biggest things now
from coaching
you
and teaching.
struggle writing, but you've never taken a writing course to get better. To me, that's definitively arrogant. It's arrogant. And it may not feel like it, right, because it's unintentional arrogance, but nonetheless it is. And then there's the other side is ignorance. You just are so, what got you to here today has given you a false confidence that you'll be okay in the future, and you have lost the willingness to learn, because learning new stuff is hard. My parents, love my mom, she'll still call me and be like, how do I change the input on the TV? Like, Mom, just press the button, you have it right there. She still wants me to Google stuff for her. And and sometimes I'll joke with her and I'll poke fun at her, but other times it really upsets me because I go, if you keep not learning this in 10 years, you're literally not gonna be able to leave your house because you're gonna be so afraid of everything that's going on in the world. Seriously. So I think between those two things, that's holding everybody back. So for example, now all of you in here are aware of what's possible with YouTube. If you do nothing about it now, it's only your fault. Now you fall in the arrogant category. So you're one of the two, right? All of us are, including myself. And so I would say probably that.
Yeah, that's great. And the other thing that I noticed on your videos, and I love it, and also when you're starting the ad, this is an ad, you have no problem asking for the sale.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of times business owners, they're really good at their craft, but when it comes to asking for the sale, making that offer, they choke.
So when I came into the industry, right, and I was at my mom's house and I started doing this, I was making all those sales. I told you I went from 10 grand in a day, but now there was a second part of that, which was fulfillment, meaning I had to bring the results. So my agency wasn't like traditional working with Fortune 500 companies where they're not tracking ROI. It was helping small businesses. And when you're a small business, we see every dollar. We don't miss anything. We know what happens. And so I'm in conversations with people, and if I didn't make the money, I stopped eating. So I had to learn how to freaking get them results every single time. And with that came confidence, and I got really good, like really good. And so the reason why I'm so okay with selling right now is because I genuinely believe from the bottom of my heart that someone is better off with my product. So when I'm on the phone and they're like, you're being pushy, I'm like, I know I am. Because as a result of this, in 3 months, you're going to call me and say, thank God you saved my business. And because I know what's on the other side of the rainbow and you don't, I sound pushy right now, and I'm okay with that. Just like when I tell my 2-year-old daughter to eat broccoli. She's not going to thank me until she's 26. Maybe. Right? And so to me, it's just like when you really believe in your stuff, we know the deal. It's your duty. It's your obligation to sell them. And that's what you have to bring yourself to, is like you're helping. And sometimes you're afraid to sell because you're not confident in your results. And guess what that means? It's time to practice. Sometimes it means lowering your prices again. Sometimes it means taking a step back. Sometimes it means, at this age, moving back in with a friend or family member so you can figure out how to get good again. I don't know.
Great. You guys all ready to get yourself out there and ask for the darn sale?
Ask for it. Demand it.
Demand it. I love it. So I was listening to an interview you did with John Lee Dumas, and you said something that really struck me, and it was this. Do something great in your life, document it, and share it with the world. And it sounds simple, but every one of you have done something great in your life.
Yeah.
And if you could take that you've put your heart into, and document it in some way, a video, a book, whatever that is, a mastermind, and then you get that out into the world. And that's,
It's everything.
That's the game changer.
And the reason why I was talking about that with John is a lot of you are saying, well, Billy, I can't sit there and write a script for this like high-produced video. Perfect. I don't want you to. But all of you are in here because you, like she just said, you're great at something. So instead of worrying about trying to create new crazy content, just put a camera on while you're working. Do you know how many people would love to watch you take a sales call? And something that you're so good at, you don't even think twice about, somebody would benefit so greatly. Do you know any idea how somebody would want to watch you organize your books, right? Or you may have friends in this room who are super successful. Do you know how many people want to listen in on that call to just hear what you guys talk about? Like last week, 2 weeks ago maybe, we had Dave and John from Shark Tank come in the office. That's cool, but it's not as cool as us filming a 1-hour lesson teaching about business together that can now live on forever because we documented. We didn't create anything crazy. I didn't have Damon write a script or anything. Just like, dude, talk about what you know, talk about what I know. We got the cameras rolling. Let's see what happens. So here's what will change, and I think everyone, please, please, please take my advice on this. Just like you hire an accountant or a CPA or a sales team, please hire a media person. Hire a video person, and they need to be full-time. They need to be there all the time because you don't know when those moments of greatness are going to happen. And then there's going to be, I bet you all today, something's going to happen, and you're going to go, damn it, he's right. I wish I had a camera for that. It's like, now it seems optional, but again, I'm telling you, 5 years, it will be a standard. It'll be like, oh, okay, well, who's your camera guy? Or girl.
That's what we finally did, because I was hiring, so much freelance that we ended up bringing in-house. Now we have 2 video people on staff, so.
Yeah, are you guys familiar with Gary Vaynerchuk?
Yeah.
So was that his office in New York? You know how many people he has working on his personal development team for his media and content? 23. We have 6. And I think we put out a lot of content, and I'm like, how are you beating us, Gary? He's like, see the team over there? That was everybody who does our content. I'm like, oh. Get it 1. You know what I mean? Get at least a part-timer. So.
Yeah, he's a trip. I had him on my show.
There you go. You know.
Yeah, he's funny. So, was this great? Yeah. This was really good. And you have a gift for everybody.
Yeah.
So, are we going to pass out those?
Yeah. They're in the box
that?
in the back and the keys. We can,
yeah, so why don't we have my team go ahead and pass that out to everybody.
Cool.
And
thank you for having me. Honestly, can we just give a round of applause for Allison for putting this on? Honestly, thank you.
Thank you.
It's great.
Thank you.
I hope you found this valuable, and if you